hello, everybody. That was so weird. So Cassie is out sick today.
Like deathly ill. Listen, I went back and forth onto whether to say, you know what, just fuck it. But when she was sent those voice notes, it is like RFK Jr.
Oh,
it truly is. I love you, Cassie, so much. But I was like, oh my God, she is very under the weather.
Yeah, not only would it be bad for her, it would be bad for all of your ears. Yeah. So welcome to My Worst Day. I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina, and Cassie is here in spirit. So.
Yeah, hopefully sleeping right now. Mm-hmm. Like, she truly sounds awful, and she like can't get into the doctor. And I'm like, are you dying?
I know.
Are you gonna be okay?
Really concerned, actually. So I'm texting Pac-Man and being like, I'm gonna send him my homemade chicken soup recipe. Yeah,
okay, good. Yeah,
man,
magic.
Yeah. So what a new year so far. We are recording this on Sunday the 4th. Technically, I think that New Year's should start the day you go back to work. So my New Year's quote unquote resolutions or all of that have been put on hold this week. Christmas vacation is a blank space where time does not exist, where you can just watch Mad Men all day and take a nap for a couple hours midday and eat cookies. So
I've definitely been doing the lazy day thing for the last 3 days. It doesn't help that it's overcast and rainy in Los Angeles. Like I'm truly over that at this point. Like I wanted to go to the farmer's market today and I'm looking outside and I'm like, this looks horrible. Girl, I don't want to be out in this.
We left the house last night to just like go out to dinner because I was like, I haven't left the house or put on hard pants in like 5 days.
Yeah,
I'm
going out today. I don't care where I go. I have an Ulta order I need to pick up, and that's going to be my exciting event of the day. You know, because like I got to get out. I even tried to take the cat on a walk in the stroller, which they're loving, by the way. Highly recommend. But I tried to take the cat on a walk in the stroller, and the wind and the rain, he was like, absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. He's like, take me home.
Immediately. Immediately. No, we recording on Sunday the 5th. It's been a minute since we've been together. There's a lot of things that are happening. Yeah, lots of things happening in the world. But like, what were you doing for Christmas and New Year's? What'd you get up to? Fucking nothing. Dude, I haven't had... So this was like a 2-week break.
It's a long break.
Long break, which I haven't had in a few years. And it took me about 4 days until I felt like my cortisol levels were regulated again. It was crazy. I was talking to Eric about it last night when we were out. I'm like, one of the things, and I've talked about it on the podcast before, that you know, I'm going into this new year with the focus is on health. And for me, that includes my mental health because I have a really weird relationship with work. I don't know how to explain it, but it's always been...
You're a Capricorn, that's how you explain
I know.
It. Yeah, it's...
With the Virgo
in
rising.
Your DNA. Yeah.
No, that's totally true. But I think I care too much, which is like crazy to say. Like everyone says that in the interview. Like my biggest weakness is I care too much. But I literally think that is my biggest weakness is how
I think it's maybe a weakness for you.
Tied I am to work and how these 2 weeks for me have been spent. I've read like 6 books. I have watched 7 seasons of Mad Men.
Oh, I love that for you. Oh my God. There's nothing
such a
I
lazy
love more.
Piece of shit. I've baked.
As you should. Like there is nothing I love more than realizing you've worked your way through like X number of seasons of a show and not feeling guilt about that. I feel the same way about this break because it was a nice long break. I did go out and do some things. I, went out for New Year's Eve for the first time in forever, and it was
oh my God, where
awesome.
did you go?
I went to the Formosa.
Oh, I love that place.
I loved it. It was so good. The Formosa was so good. And then starting at 10, they have like a club in the back where they have like a DJ and they gave free champagne toast at midnight. Like it was just a really, really good time. Drank way too much, but I'm dry Januarying it at the moment. But no, I woke up, I think yesterday, kind of on my own because I've been going to bed at a decent time, waking up at a decent time, reading, journaling, working out every day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is how we're supposed to live.
I know.
This is how we're supposed to live. I look so much better.
Yeah.
I feel better.
Yeah. It's really, I think this break really solidified to me my commitment to what I want to accomplish this year in my mental health as well as my physical health. It's done the same for Eric, where we're like, okay, like we're just so ready to put the work in this year. And I feel rested, recovered. It's not so much. I didn't realize how much day to day I'm just like surviving. Mm-hmm. And what I need to do is prioritize myself, that time that you spend getting ready for work. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't realize like how much better you feel when you take a shower and put a beat on your face and like
100%
put on hard pants. It's like, oh shit, I actually feel really good. So just getting into these habits of making sure that I'm taking care of myself first and not my job and not my animals and not my husband and all of this stuff. I'm like, I really do have to prioritize myself in a way.
You are your best thing, your most important thing. Without you, you can't care for all the other things. Mm-hmm. So you've got to take care of yourself first. I'm in that boat as well. Like this year is the year of routines. And I say that, I think you, me and Cassie all there's a little bit of oppositional defiance where we're just like, routines are you telling me what to do.
Yes.
I don't want to have to stick to.
What is that? But it's true.
But
all three of us have that where I'm just like, if I'm telling myself what to do, like, shouldn't I be able to tell myself what to do? And even still, I'm opposing myself.
Yeah. But it's actually, routines are such a gift. They make you feel so much better. They just do. So.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the year of like trying to implement like a good nighttime routine, good sleep hygiene, like waking up in the morning at a decent time and doing those things before going to work.
Yeah.
You feel better. I'm like, yeah, why do I feel like shit? It's because I've been working from home in the same pair of sweatpants for 3 days. And like,
yes.
haven't put makeup on my face. I look like fucking Don King. My hair is a nightmare, like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Get it together. This is the year of like, girl, get your shit together. You know what I mean?
Truly. I wonder if Tamara's buttons will help with that.
Oh, God. I love TikTok. I really do. And I spent a little bit more time, not even as much time as I used to on TikTok, but more time this week on TikTok than I have.
Yeah.
In the recent past. And it was a beautiful thing, man.
It's so beautiful. And hey, so actually... It doesn't have to make sense, and I don't feel like explaining it to anybody is the motto going into 2026.
Surprisingly deep. Yeah. I think that's a surprisingly deep motto. Truly. It's just like, it doesn't have to make sense to anybody but me. I don't feel like explaining it.
Yep. So there you go. Oh, man. Well, I mean... What else is going on? We're going into work the next week.
Oh, God.
A full 5 days.
I don't know if I'm going to make it.
Yeah.
I need the sun to come out. I really do.
I do too.
I can't be working all day and it be gray outside. I don't know. But yeah, I've already kind of started my New Year's resolutions, but I got home from the Formosa, collapsed on my couch and fell asleep. And then woke up the next day and was like, look, I'm going to start implementing some changes. Like I did stop drinking, you know, I'm going to do those things. But I had all these lofty goals about like on New Year's Day, I'm going to do a yoga practice and I'm going to, you know, like cook a healthy meal. Bitch, I ordered home state tacos on my couch.
Yep.
I had like 2 potato tacos and a black bean taco and like guacamole and chips.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, we've been, so one of my Christmas gifts was a 234-year-old sourdough starter.
Oh my God.
So I've been feeding her. Her name is Dorothy.
Oh my God. I love this for you.
So I've been experimenting with lots of like bread. Like,
how the fuck do you keep a 234-year-old sourdough starter alive?
You gotta feed the bitch. Like, she hungry. You need to feed her every day. If you're gonna keep her out and use her, she gets fed every day. Or you can put her in the fridge and feed her once a week. But yeah, Dorothy is she's spicy. So yeah, she's already she taught me that you can't fill her beyond a certain point or she explodes all over the top of your refrigerator. So that was a very fun experiment. And yeah, no, for me, I wanted to be like, okay, like New Year's Day, but I'm like, I'm still on vacation. So I'll start being good tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, I did shovel like 3 handfuls of Ruffles potato chips into my mouth right before bed last night. So, you know, you win some, you lose some.
It's baby steps. It's all about the process. It's all about the mindset. You know, I don't know. Insert some male mindset podcaster here.
Mindset, grindset.
Oh God. Yeah, no. If you want Mel Robbins, you can listen to her, but it ain't here. We're imperfect beings doing the best that we can to survive this hell apocalypse that we live in.
We're doing our best, okay? Listen, you told me about Venezuela and I was like, I can't. That is something where I'm like, I can't handle this till Monday.
No.
Like I can't.
No.
I will face it. I will face it because I think it's important not to keep your eyes closed to the things that are happening in the world. But that's where my vacation brain is at. I'm like, I will face this. It's when I have to face work and everything else.
Yeah, it's something else I need to figure out again, because talking through like mental health for the new year, I also agree that I think it's important to stay knowledgeable about what is going on in the world, but the pace and the tenor of everything that's happening is so difficult for somebody who is an empath to take in day in and day out. And I need to find a way to navigate that in the new. If this year is going to be like last year, which still the same people at the top, so I'm assuming more of the same, then I really need to figure out how to balance it. Yeah. It's really difficult. It's really, it's hard to be empathic and deal with all of the ugliness that's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to pause on Homeland.
Ooh, girl, I can't do a show like that right now. Are you serious?
Truly, because they got to a season that was like all political, like trying to overthrow the president and like Russia and like stuff that was happening. And I was just like, this is too close to home, first of all. Secondly, everybody is so nasty to each other and it's all like underhanded shit. You can't trust anybody. And I'm like, this is stressing me the fuck out. And I believe that this is how politics really operates. Like, I don't think that this is that much of an exaggeration of like how things happen in that world. And that idea was stressing me out to such a point that I was like, all right, you just need to go binge all of Holiday Baking Championship. You cannot.
There you go.
Keep watching this.
Bright side was Mom Donnie's inauguration, which was beautiful. I cried so much. I think I have so much hope in my heart for what he can accomplish. I have my fingers crossed that he shows that progressive policies are popular and help people. And it was, I'm obsessed with his wife, Rama.
Oh my God. Did you see that photo shoot that she did? Bitch. Stunning.
I wish I had an artist's eyes for clothes and stuff, because I was stunned. I've never seen anything more polished, artistic, beautiful, intelligent.
I think I have a crush on her.
Oh,
now.
I do. For sure. Faux show. Dude, I saw a TikTok where it was their wedding photographer did a TikTok. She was like, imagine like you did, because this was years ago before he was even campaigning, and someone commented, the top comment was, yesterday's prices are not today's prices. I'm like, you can charge a lot more now. You did a photo shoot for the mayor of New York.
Yep.
But yeah.
Amazing.
Well, FMK, first
Capricorn
of the year.
Season.
It is Cap season. You know, it's hard. It's hard to love a Capricorn. Anybody that
I don't
does,
think so.
You don't?
I don't think so. No,
I think we're very difficult.
I disagree. I have a Capricorn stellium, so maybe I'm biased, but like I love Capricorns. I think that they're so, to me, of the zodiac, Capricorns are some of the easiest for me to love, because maybe if I had a different, personality, I was in a different sign, I would feel differently, obviously. But like for me, I'm like, Caps keep me so grounded, and every Capricorn I know is kind. Like it's not a mean sign. It's just like a tell it like it is.
Yes, sign, very, very honest sign. Think Michelle Obama. And it's a driven sign. Like I don't think you can be with a Capricorn if you're complacent. If you're a complacent type of person. Yeah, Capricorns are driven and need to be moving on something.
Yes, but like we've talked many times about how sensitive I can be, but I don't feel like I've ever received criticism from a Capricorn that's really hurt my feelings. Because I feel like there's an honesty there that I can handle. The way that it's being delivered is a way that I can handle. Like it's not to be mean, it is to be helpful. Yeah. So I'm a big fan of all the earth signs, truly. Okay. So I know we've done a lot of Caps in the past, and we're going to have to pick for Cassie. So
True story. Well, I mean, we've got people like Orlando Bloom. We've got Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Timmy Chalamet.
I don't think we've ever put him in a fuck, marry, kill, because he looks like a little baby.
Yeah.
Even though he's only a few years younger, but have we ever done Jim Carrey?
I don't think we have.
I don't think we have either.
Oh my gosh.
LeBron James.
John Legend. Dolly Parton. Mary J. Blige.
There's so many good Caps.
Seriously.
There are. Okay.
Got Denzel.
Oh, but we've done Denzel.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah. Yeah, I think
I'm on a page where it's like a bunch of people I don't know because I'm too old.
I think we're probably on the same page because I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, who is Jenny Kim?
No idea. We are on the same page.
Oh, Kate McKinnon.
Ooh, love that. Okay.
Yeah, definitely putting her on the list.
You know what? I'm going to go with Zoey Deschanel.
A Cap? Really?
Yeah.
That is very surprising to me.
Jan 17, though, so she's Cap leaning Aquarius, which I think makes some sense. Yeah.
And then we have to pick for Cassie.
You know what? Cassie was obsessed with Vampire Diaries. Nina Dobrev is a Capricorn.
Okay. All right.
Want to do her?
Yep. Three ladies.
Okay. So we've got I've already forgotten who we picked.
Kate McKinnon, Zoey Deschanel, and Nina Dobrev.
Okay. Ooh, okay. I'm
going to say right now, I know that I cannot be with Zoey Deschanel. Like,
she's
too flighty.
Flighty?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I think a Kate McKinnon, and only because she also has that sense of humor, that silliness that I think is good for me and keeps me from taking things too seriously. I think she's one of the funniest people alive.
Agree.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to marry Kate McKinnon. Fuck Nina Dobrev.
Hot.
Good Lord, is she pretty?
I know. When I was watching Vampire Diaries, I was like, she really is very pretty.
Very, very pretty. I need like beauty secrets. Like, yeah. We have a fun one night stand and be friends afterwards. And then
I think you would be friends afterwards too.
I think so
I feel like you paint each other's nails and shit.
Yeah, exactly. You know? It was just like a one time we like got a little drunk and fooled around.
Yeah.
And stuff, but it doesn't have to make things awkward.
No, it doesn't have to be weird. You don't have to be weird about it.
So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna marry Zoey Deschanel. I do. Like I do think she's a little bit flighty. I think that's okay. I would bet that she's probably like an Aquarius rising or something. There's a little bit of that energy in there, that air sign energy in there, which I lean towards. I do lean towards an air sign. But there is something about her that I'm like, I feel like a lot of that kind of adorkable, nerdy, indie girl stuff was a character. You know, like when I see, I not that it wasn't her real style or anything like that, but like when I see her in interviews, especially now that she's older, she does seem pretty grounded. And she married a property brother, which I'm kind of like, oh, you're probably normal, you know? She probably feeds her sourdough starter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, truly. You could definitely, she seems like somebody that you could go yarn shopping with.
Oh, yeah. I bet you. And like, I think last year for Halloween, she went for Halloween as like a kind of obscure Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reference. And I was like, oh, perfect. Like you have to have watched the show to understand what she was for Halloween. And I was like, this isn't perfect. I love this. And so there's just like enough whimsy, and we could just like sit at home and watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City in our very cutesy apartment. Or our house.
Oh my God. That's one of the things. So yeah, I've been watching Mad Men and some of the apartments that they have, I'm like, stunning.
Mad Men is single-handedly responsible for reviving mid-century modern.
It's
really
such a cool style. I'm just like, oh my God. Like the clothes, everything. So great.
I know.
I want Christina Hendricks full wardrobe. I want to dress like that every day. I think she's one of the most stunning. I even like Peggy's evolution. Like what she's dressing like now in like season 7. I'm like, Peggy, go get it, girl. Like,
yeah. I think you'd feel, speaking of like what we were talking about earlier, I think you would feel so good about yourself if you got up every day and you did the full Christina Hendricks in Mad Men. How could you not feel like you could conquer the world?
Oh my gosh. When you look like that, you couldn't. If I looked like Christina Hendricks, no one could tell me anything.
Anything, ever.
Nothing.
I know.
I would be so insufferable.
Okay, so I'm going to marry Zoey Deschanel. I'm going to... I'm going to fuck Nina Dobrev too. I just think, not that I want to kill Kate McKinnon, because I do genuinely think that she is so accomplished. So yeah, I'm going to friend her. And I think that will be a friendship made in heaven. You know, but Nina Dobrev to fuck for all the reasons that you said. I sat through 10 seasons of Vampire Diaries, like watching everyone be in love with Elena. Yeah, I gotta give it a shot. I gotta try it out. You know what I mean? I gotta see what I'm missing.
Yeah.
I
love that. Well, hey, you want to take 5 and then we'll come back with stories?
Sure.
Okie dokie.
And we're back. Okay, Christina, kick us off.
Okay. This person writes, what's the worst date you've ever had? Josh.
J name.
I met him online about 24 years ago. When he arrived, I saw instantly that he had photoshopped his nose and lied about his height. He was short and had a huge crooked nose that was not in his photo. I was trying to be nice, so I went on the date with him anyways.
We've talked about this so many times. You can't do this. Also, I get it that Facetune blindness is a real problem. Like, it is a real thing. Using Face App and thinking you really look like that. I went back through my Instagram because I was like archiving things, and I was like scrolling back to, I don't know, 2016, 2015, right? And I was like, bitch, did you really think people weren't noticing that you were like blurring your skin on these pictures?
Girl,
like
it's
you
even
look
worse.
Insane.
It's even worse now with AI. I've seen people posting pictures that are obviously AI. And it's like, what are you doing?
Do you think we don't know what you look like?
Yeah.
Like, that is what is so crazy.
I did one of those AI things for like hairstyles, to look at different hairstyles.
Yeah, I've done that.
When I tell you, it did not look like me. First of all, it took off 50 pounds. So right off the top, that's like, AI will not make you like chubby or whatever. It's like you're thin, like everything was snatched, makeup beat, all the stuff was on point. And I'm like, I don't look like that though.
No,
so this is useless. This is not going to show me what I look like as a redhead or whatever.
Because I do have my Facebook back. Like, I don't post on there, but I'll scroll or whatever. All the aunties and like the older cousins posting like, here's what you'd look like in the 80s. And it's like, baby, you don't look like that. That barely fucking looks like you.
I know. And I was like pro AI at first. But now leaning into it, seeing like what the people running it are responsible for, the environmental impact of data centers, everything like that. I'm like, it's not worth it to see what I look like, with a bob. I'm not trying to waste water. Like, this is silliness.
No, I mean, and if you are considering that, like, you want to use AI for that, because I use AI as little as I can. But I did use it for that before I cut all of my hair off. It's not really it's exactly what Christina said. Having used it to see what I looked like with a pixie cut, and then having gotten a pixie cut, I didn't look like what it showed me. So
yep.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Just don't do it. But back to your story, just don't Photoshop your face on your dating profile.
It's just like, it's already nerve-wracking enough to go on a date and meet a stranger. Like, why? I don't understand why you would want to start from behind. And like, you got to know that you are by misrepresenting yourself. Like, what
100%.
What the fuck are you thinking? That
honestly, I feel like I look better in real life than I do in pictures. And I think that's the better way to be. I think that's the better way to be.
That's the number one comment that I got when I was out dating. Like, wow, you look a lot better than your photos. And that, to me,
so much better.
Wonderful. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So she says, I was trying to be nice, so I went on a date with him anyway. I should have slammed the door in his face, though, because it was the worst date ever. The date was set at a local state park, and we'd planned to hike a trail. The entire drive there, he talked about himself and didn't give me a moment to speak. He went on and on about how brilliant and smart he was. He gave examples of how he was the smartest in his class at school, at work, in his own family. He told me it was quite difficult for him to find a woman because most women weren't intelligent and couldn't hold their own in a conversation with him, especially if he wanted to discuss things like philosophy or politics.
Who's your favorite philosopher? Go.
Seriously.
Quickly.
Let's talk about Kant. The entire time we were in the park, he bitched about how difficult the trail was and how worn out he was. That was peppered in with bits about how smart he was.
Don't go hiking on a first date if you're going to be like huffing and puffing. Okay. No, like
I never, ever, ever did a hiking first date.
No.
Why? I'm not a fucking hiker. I'm going to embarrass myself. Of course, it's more important to be mentally fit and intelligent than physically fit. We passed this rather built-looking dude on the trail, and Josh made a comment about how he was probably a low IQ garbage man or factory worker.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Honestly,
that is so fucking rude.
It's classist. It's fucking oh my God. I fucking hate people like that. Like,
me too.
Do you know, like, sanitation workers? Hello, pension.
Yeah.
Hello, union.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing low IQ. I wish I was in a field where I could count on a pension at the end of my that's not like low IQ at all. That's a good fucking life. Josh, what does Josh do? That's what I want to know. As we were taking a break on one of the benches, I pulled out a cigarette along with my portable ashtray and lit it up. Josh was horrified. He accused me of lying on my dating profile by not mentioning that I was a smoker.
Don't start with, look, that is one thing. I think I'm a pretty nice person in general, and I don't like to start shit with people ever, but I've been nice up until this point, not mentioning the fact that you photoshopped your pictures. If you are going to start saying that I lied on my profile, I'm about to go in on you, Josh.
Yeah.
I'm about to go in on you. Now, do I think that in this day and age, if you're a smoker, you should maybe mention that on your profile because people do have strong opinions about it? Yeah, I think you probably should. But it's not, I don't think she lied.
No, honestly, too. And she says she did have it on her profile.
Well, there you go.
And I'm like, I'm the same way. Don't start no shit. There won't be no shit. Like
100%.
The end. Like, I'm going to be nice. I've already agreed. Like, you've lied to me, but I'm still on this date with you. I'm suffering through your bullshit.
I'm about to hurt your feelings.
You open the door. I'm going to walk through it. That's all I'm saying. So she did have it on her profile. He said it was a deal breaker for him. This man who lied about his height, weight, and his fucking nose tried to talk to me about lying on my dating profile. Later, I looked and I had listed myself as a smoker. The ride home was quiet and I got out of the car, slammed his door, then went in immediately and blocked him on Yahoo and AIM. I didn't speak to Josh again and avoided him like the plague. A month or so later,
oh God,
he sent me an email with a list of reasons why he didn't want to date me anymore.
Oh, you don't want to date me. You don't want to date me. You had to email me, babe, because because you couldn't reach me any other way. But you don't want to date me.
Right.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
It was like he was breaking up with me when I blocked him and hadn't spoken to him in weeks. Hilarious.
People like this are so delusional. They're so delusional. They can't accept that they're the problem. So they have to try and turn it around some way just to make themselves feel better. It's crazy. Just take the L, Josh.
Honestly. Yeah. And listen, not compatible. That's like a thing. But Josh, if you're listening, which you probably are, don't Photoshop yourself. Just put yourself out there. I love a big crooked nose. Roman noses are coming back. And I love a strong Roman nose. I wish more ladies would keep them too. Listen,
love a
good nose.
I have, as a bumpy nose bitch who I've had to just accept that that's part of my features. I've gone through a lot of like thinking about getting a nose job just to remove the bump or lift up the tip or whatever. And I've really come to a place, especially nowadays, where I feel like everyone's faces are starting to look the same. That my nose is something that makes me look unique, and I might not love it all the time, but I'm gonna keep her.
Yeah,
she's mine.
That's right. That's right. No, I think there is Jamila.
Jamil. Yeah.
was talking about this exact thing where it's just like you can't like modify yourself for beauty trends because beauty trends change all the time. You're constantly going to be chasing something. And why? When it's like people that accept what they look like and just like fucking strut out there with everything they are so beautiful and confident and unique.
Confident people are sexy. There's a reason why, you know, I've always thought this about myself. I've seen other people comment it where they'll say, how come I see my nose on somebody else's face and I love it on them and I think it looks so beautiful, but I hate it on my face, or I see their body type and I love it on them and I hate it on me. It's confidence. It's just like that person is going out and fully accepting and loving and embracing that part of who they are, and you see that and it's sexy. So, you know, do the same.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. This is a pretty long story, but I figured since it's just you and I today, we could do a long one.
Yeah.
And this is a wild ride. I got to the end of it and I'm like, I have a few questions because the way she tells this story is so casual in places that I'm like, this should be a bigger deal than you're making it.
It's a trauma response.
Okay. It started when my friend offered to let me get ready at her house since it was closer to downtown and she would be house sitting for her sister. My friend forgot to tell me that I needed to let the water run for several minutes before I got into the shower because, for some godforsaken reason, hundreds of tiny baby spiders got out of the shower head if no one had used it in a day or two.
Oh my!
We're starting strong.
God.
Can you fucking imagine?
What the fuck?
No, you also, look, you gotta fucking tell somebody. You cannot.
There's got to be someone you could call. Blind. Oh my God. No, are you kidding? If that happened, you would pass out. You literally be
I truly might throw up. Okay, so she says, I'm arachnophobic, like diagnosably, deathly afraid of spiders, seriously arachnophobic. I finally stopped screaming, got over the panic, and carefully moved everything to the smaller bathroom. Same thing. Baby spiders pouring from the shower head. Now I was trembling and hyperventilating naked on her sofa. I called the friend who'd set me up on this blind date, but he didn't know what to say to help me, so he put his girlfriend on the phone. That is such a man response. I don't know. You talk to her. I barely knew her, but she kindly talked me down and assured me that they'd call the guy I was supposed to meet and explain I'd be late, very late. 3 hours after our date was supposed to start, I met Jamie in the parking lot of the public library down the street from my friend's house. At my request, he had brought me a root beer float from Sonic to make me feel better about the whole spider ordeal. He'd waited for me at the bar with some friends, so he was half drunk by the time I met him. I didn't care. My eyes were puffy from crying. He followed me back to my friend's house so we could ride in one car. We had planned to go downtown together, but just before we left, my friend showed up at her house. She was drunk, high on meth, hadn't slept the night before, and had gotten into a huge fight with her boyfriend.
Whoa. Listen. That's you know, that's a lot. That is a lot. So the meth friend is the spider house?
Yes. Oh. Spider house. Yes. So they're at her house.
Do you think it's a response to the spiders?
Maybe she's like, I gotta stay high because I cannot deal. Honestly, relatable.
Spider shower sober.
Also, if I was I do not like spiders. I'm getting better about it. I have a live and let live policy if they stay on their side of the house. Or I have been very brave since I've been living alone and like taken spiders outside and put them in my garden.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
But if I was seriously arachnophobic, like it sounds like she is, even if I'm not in the bathroom, where did those baby spiders go? Where'd they go? Like, I don't want to be in this apartment because there's baby spiders everywhere.
Are
somewhere.
They living in the walls, the pipes?
Yeah, where are they?
Where are
Don't like that.
And how do you get rid of, like, you can't like bug bomb or whatever, because it sounds like they're like just living in the pipes. Just
gotta take the pipes apart, I guess. And I don't know, but I'd move. Like, if every time you take a shower, you're like, you gotta let it run for a few minutes because of all the spiders. No.
Nothing of the sort.
What the fuck?
No. Oh my God.
So, she's high on meth and drunk. She insisted she was going to drive herself downtown.
No.
She was not normally like that. She was actually a well-respected esthetician in an upscale local spa. Jamie and I wanted to leave her, but we just couldn't. She was adamant that she would get downtown no matter what, and we didn't want her to drive, so we reluctantly took her with us. We thought we'd be able to keep an eye on her from afar, but she was bar hopping. What's worse, neither Jamie or I had much money, so we couldn't afford to pay the cover charge at all these places she kept popping in and out of. So we spent most of the night sitting outside bars, talking on park benches. We got along really well. He was very smart, interesting, polite, and conscientious. I felt totally at ease with him. I repeatedly apologized for the situation. He told me not to worry. He understood. When my friend was ready to leave, we took her back to her house and waited for her to sober up enough to drive to her sister's place nearby where she was supposed to be house sitting. Jamie had driven in from another town 45 minutes away, so the plan was for him to sleep in my friend's extra bedroom and I would sleep in her bed. She had sworn to kill me if I had sex in her bed. I had no intention of ruining a first date by doing that, so it was not a problem. The date had gone so poorly, Jamie and I agreed to start over the next night. We met up again at my friend's house after he got off work and planned to go downtown and have dinner, drinks, and play pool. I don't think we got to do any of those things, though. My friend showed up at her house again in exactly the same state as she had the previous night.
Honey.
Only now it was day 3 of her meth binge and she was drinking straight from a bottle of wine. Get it together.
That's a vibe.
Yeah. She had an even worse fight with her boyfriend and they'd broken up. She informed us her plan was to go to bars downtown and find someone to fight or fuck. Those were her exact words.
No, honey, now you're on your own, man.
I cannot.
Like you are itching to catch a case.
Yeah. Do you not have another friend you can call? You're like, I did my shift yesterday.
That's true. Exactly.
It's someone else's turn.
And listen, this Jamie guy seems like a saint so far for putting up with it.
Yeah. She again insisted on going bar hopping, so we again babysat her. At some point, we lost her. We looked everywhere, but this was a college town, so there were thousands of people on the square. Finally, she called me from her sister's house. She said she was going to sleep it off and talk to me the next day. She told me Jamie seemed like a great guy and reminded me she'd kill me if she had sex with him in her bed. I promised I wouldn't. Thank you so much for telling me my date's a great guy. Can you imagine hearing that from your like high as fuck friend? Like,
yeah, you're like,
he seems like a great guy. Once we were back at my friend's house, Jamie and I laid in her bed and talked until we fell asleep. Around 4:30 in the morning, we awoke to banging at the front door. I was totally freaked out because I had no idea who it could be or what they could want at that hour. Then my friend's threatening screams let me know it was her. She was high on meth again and had decided to come home and clean her house.
Honestly, you know what? As a Capricorn, I respect
it.
If you're up and
you got the energy,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you gotta strike while the iron's hot. You know,
exactly.
When you're feeling productive.
That's baseboard time. Time to work on those baseboards.
It reminds me of, I'd heard this like in Utah. There was this ad, and it was supposed to be like discouraging people from using meth. Mm-hmm. And it was like this woman, like housewife, who was running around her house, like cleaning her house, mm-hmm. But it really felt more like a meth endorsement because it had like this jingle and it was like, ooh, meth.
Oh no.
Yeah. And it was like, who's got the cleanest house on the street? It was like that. And it's like, this is making meth sound very positive.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
for all those Utah housewives, shut up. Like, they're running out and getting meth today. Okay, so she's freaking out. She decided she wanted to come home and clean. When she saw I'd put the chain on the door, she assumed it was to prevent her from walking in on me and Jamie having sex. So she flipped out. It took a while to convince her we hadn't been having sex, but she was determined to fight about something, so we fought until shortly after sunrise. Poor Jamie. Can you fucking imagine?
I know. He's like trying to go. This is like 2 dates with this chick, and he's been totally cool about this so far. So I'm like, that's who I'm feeling for in the story the most right now.
Somehow she'd called her other sister to come over. So her sister showed up in the midst of our epic fight. I think Jamie had to introduce himself to her sister because we were too busy chasing each other around the house screaming. All of a sudden, I realized Jamie had left. I cried and accused my friend of destroying any chance I'd had with the first nice guy I'd met in ages. I was furious and positive he'd never want to speak to me again. It turned out he'd just gone into work. He called me later that day. We agreed we should try for a 3rd date, but this time we'd do it at my house. We'd rent a movie, cook dinner, turn off our phones, and deadbolt the doors. Despite all the drama, or perhaps because of it, we bonded. Believe it or not, I married him just 17 days after our first nightmarish blind date.
Whoa.
You see what I'm saying? There's so much to process here. Because now I'm side-eyeing Jamie. I'm side-eyeing Jamie a little bit. Because I'm like, you met this woman.
Yes.
2 nights in a row, you had to babysit her friend who was high on fucking meth. You saw her get into a fight with her friend that morning at like 4:30 in the fucking morning.
He's like, marriage material.
I'm in. I'm fucking in.
I'm all in. When
Lock
you
it
know,
down.
you know.
17 days?
Dude.
And they included a picture.
No.
I guess they got married in the courthouse. I was just like,
best wishes.
Yeah, I'm like, I have so many fucking questions about this friend group. Like, what's going on?
Dude, I thought the craziest thing was going to be the spider showers.
Truly.
Now that seems the fucking tamest shit in the whole
I'm not going to lie to you. I found this story this morning and I forgot about the spiders. I forgot until I was reading it to you. So, yeah. Like, the spiders hook you and then the rest really locks you in.
Yeah. Oh my God. What a whirlwind. Listen, sometimes you find love in strange places. If it
good
works,
for
it
you
works.
guys. You know, like this is a hard life. And if you find somebody you're compatible with, I guess if it can survive that, are you still friends with the meth lady?
I have a lot of questions. Yeah. And it's
they were
like
so casual about that.
Yeah.
Like, they're so casual about the meth thing. Are we going to talk about how fucked up that is?
Yeah. Yeah. 17 days, dude. You haven't even gone through a period yet. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
it's couldn't be me. Fucking couldn't be me. I'll tell you that. I don't even know if I'm inviting you over.
Yeah.
17 days in. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Protect your peace. Oh my God. Hysterical. Well, on that note, you want to take 5 and then I'll come back with the Tainted Love?
Yes.
And we're back. And I've got a Tainted Love for you. So I fell asleep watching the show Shattered Hearts, which is like a true crime story.
It's like
about,
an ID.
Yes.
Got it.
So I saw an episode on this case and was like, yes, I need to tell it for several reasons. So I'm going to take you to the hard part first. On May 16th, 1998 in Cottonwood, California, Todd Garton and his friend Dale Gordon come back from a gun show to Todd's apartment where he finds his 28-year-old, 8-month pregnant wife shot dead in their apartment. He attempts to do CPR. They call 911, but she has perished, and so has the child. So It's terrible. She's been shot. Nothing looks like a robbery or anything, though. And it's a very small town. This is Cottonwood, California, which I'm like...
Never heard of it.
Also, doesn't the name like Cottonwood strike you as someplace...
I really think not
great.
Yeah, I think we should avoid having cotton in any city or town name.
Yeah,
really.
Right? It does not feel welcoming to certain groups of...
Feels racist. It just does. Like some things just feel racist. And Cottonwood does.
Yeah.
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 It sounds like a sundown town. It could be lovely. I'm not trying to...
I don't know anything about it, but just
I know
on
nothing about it.
name alone, I'm saying if you're on city council or something like that, just consider.
Yeah.
Consider it. It's just a vibe that I'm getting.
It's just a vibe. Yeah. I'm sure if anyone is listening from Cottonwood, California, maybe it's like hella progressive.
Yeah.
The fact that they were coming back from a gun show makes me think maybe not. But what do I know?
What do I know? I don't know anything. Nothing. So yeah, she has perished. So police bring Todd and Dale in to figure out what's going on. So who are these people? Todd is from Portland, Oregon. And in the late 80s, he was the lead of a band called Détente Touch.
Okay.
And it's giving real like Duran hair.
Okay.
And he was doing a lot of political songs about the IRA. Like he was obsessed with the Irish Republican Army.
Pro IRA?
Well, he was telling people that he used to be a teenage sniper for the IRA.
No, you weren't. Shut your fucking mouth. Is he even Irish?
Dude, no. It does not appear
Todd?
to be Todd. No.
Yeah.
No.
Come on.
He's really popular in the Portland scene. He's got groupies, that kind of thing. Like he had this one groupie, Lynn, who like bought all of his stories. Like she's like, yes, you used
How
to be
old was
a
Lynn?
sniper.
Because my 35-year-old ass, if a man told me that he was a sniper in the IRA,
I swear to God, I have to like show you pictures too of what this thumb looked like saying that stuff. And like the band Détente Touch, like it was just like so pretentious, so stupid. And yeah, I would have rolled my eyes all the way to the back of my head, but Lynn buys it hook, line, and sinker. Carol, on the other hand, started going to the shows and stuff like that. And she's like, doesn't buy the bullshit, but she's like steady, calm, has like the good job. She and Todd get together. So Todd and Carol are together, but he's still like, Lynn is like
the fucking course he is.
The devil on his shoulder, and Carol's like the angel on his shoulder, right? Lynn brings out like drug use, bad behavior, bad decisions. Carol's the steady Eddie. Eventually he breaks up with Lynn and gets with Carol. Now he's getting older and bands break up, and Todd took the breakup of his band like really, really hard. And, you know, that's all he did during his 20s. Like Carol's working for an insurance company, like being the breadwinner.
He didn't have like a job.
He didn't have a job. So what's he do? He's like, his plan, he's going to enlist in the Marines. I mean, all that IRA sniping from his teenage years.
So much experience. It should be easy for you.
Yeah, it should come in handy. But unfortunately, he doesn't even make it through basic training. He's just not physically capable of doing it, and he is discharged before he's even done with basic training.
Oh, wow.
So his plan to be in the Marines kind of backfires. They decide to move from Portland to Cottonwood, California. Carol had a job, and Todd starts a fencing company, like building fences, after a series of other jobs that don't really line up. But it's a really hard life for somebody like Todd that was like a performer, a very like, you know, to go to a just 9-to-5 existence was just not, there are some personalities where it just doesn't work. So in his fencing company, he had friends Dale Gordon and Norman Daniels. Norman Daniels had Army experience. Dale Gordon was an actual Marine. So when they bonded over their military service, which for two of them was accurate, for one of them was not. And
did he tell them the sniper story too? Because
yes, he did.
And they believed him?
Dude, he laid it in like he had all these medals from the Marines, so he definitely stolen valored. Like he was telling them about his exploits, and he like over years was telling them stories about the Marines, about the IRA, and then starts layering in the fact that he is actually part of an organization called the Company, where he takes care of problems for people for money.
Why is it always the Company? I feel like it's always the Company. It's like, dude, at least get a little creative, you know?
Get a logo, a brand.
I'm at a stage in my life where if anybody, true or not, and again, I've been watching a lot of Homeland. Like, if anyone came to me and started talking to me about this shit, I'd be like, good for you. I don't have the energy for this friendship. I'll tell you that right now.
No.
You know, like if you really are working for the CIA or the FBI or the Company, whatever the fuck you're doing, you're sniping for the IRA, good for you. I don't need that kind of stress in my life.
Right.
So this friendship isn't going to work out.
Listen, I am somebody that believes that kind of thing actually exists somewhere. Cool.
Sure.
But it's not an overweight dude that works at a fencing company in Cottonwood, California. That's part of it. I'm sorry. I just know that for a fact in my heart, in my soul.
Somebody who couldn't make it at basic training. No, you're not. No, you're not working for the Company. You're not.
No,
sorry.
I'm sorry.
And I'm with you. 100%. There are organizations like this that exist. But not you, Todd. It's not you.
No, it's definitely not Todd. But like the fact of the matter is, they do believe it. It's stretched out over years, and Todd is painted as somebody that is kind of like a master manipulator. Like he's good at peppering in stories. So it's not just like I threw it out and you could tell load of bullshit right off the bat. But the way that Todd did it, like these guys were like, yeah, we believe it after years of it. Like,
because he probably just drops things into conversation
right
here and there, peppers things in. What does Carol think?
Carol is working her insurance job and like not really involved in the conversation about like all the sniping and stuff like that. So they didn't really go into whether or not he had told her those things. I'm thinking no. But he is telling Lynn those things because
why the fuck are you still talking to Lynn?
Yep, exactly. No, even though Lynn is back in Portland and has since married, Todd and Lynn keep in contact with each other. They keep talking. And Todd will go up to Portland and his friends, this pissed me off because they showed this in the show. They interviewed Dale Gordon. He was like, yeah, every time we went up to Portland, like he would have an affair with Lynn. And I'm like, and these are people, Dale and Norman, both knew Carol very well, both cared about her a lot. They
not
like
that much,
stayed
apparently.
in her house, but apparently it's fine that Todd just goes up to Portland. Like they knew like he was staying with Lynn. He was having an affair.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. These guys sound like they suck. Like it really feels like a group of guys I would not want to be around
or be friends with. Yeah, obviously. No. Yeah, exactly. So Lynn is buying this hook, line, and sinker. Like, yes, Todd is a sniper. Todd is a hero Marine.
Working for the
company. And then they start talking about how wouldn't it be great if our spouses weren't around anymore? And Todd's like, well, the company can help out with that, certainly. And so meanwhile, he's also telling Norman and Dale, like, what a piece of shit Lynn's spouse is, and like how he's like beating her, and he's just an awful human, and like he's going to ask his company to take care of it. And when they like to also have jobs at the company because it pays so much money, and, you know, it's easy. You're just getting rid of pieces of shit. And they're like, yep, we are totally in.
I hate these people so much. So much.
So these group of fencing company workers travel up to Portland.
No, you got to find a way to feel fulfilled in your life. Like, this is not the way.
I love a hobby. But not this one. Like, you want to play make-believe? Dungeons and Dragons is there. You can LARP. You can do a lot of things.
Very insecure people living in a town nobody's heard of in probably Central California, who just their life didn't go the way they thought. They joined the Marines. They joined whatever military service that they had, and they thought they were going to be fucking G.I. Joe, and then that didn't work out for them.
Right.
And now they need to cling to something else for them to protect their fragile little masculinity. You know, like
that's exactly
ridiculous.
right. And listen, I understand and I empathize with that, but there are so many other ways to find fulfillment. And I just like,
if you need to do some extraordinary shit, like, I don't know, get into like free soloing, go rock climbing, do something else, like white water rafting or something. Like, figure it out. Like, but you don't need to
assassinate people.
Like, oh yeah, that sounds great. No second thoughts whatsoever about killing randos.
Exactly. So they're in hook, line, and sinker. And so they receive their instructions from one of the contacts at the company, quote unquote, through email about like what car Lynn's husband would be driving when he was going to be out.
Through email?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So they
drive. What was the email address? I wonder, you know?
I know.
Like, can you imagine getting
the company.co
instructions via email, and you're just like, yeah, seems legit.
Seems legit. Very secure.
It's a Gmail email address.
What? So they go up there, and it's bungled like immediately. Like,
no way.
They're not able to do anything. Like, they try to get in the house. The key that was left outside doesn't work. They try to wait for him in the parking garage, but they don't see the car that he's driving. Come to find out later, Lynn told them the wrong car.
Oh my God.
And so, like, nothing happens. Like, they go back down. Lynn's husband is still alive. But Norman and Dale still really want to be part of the company. And so Todd's like, all right, I'll let him know. And, you know, Norman, both of these guys too are not just like struggling or mentally. They're also struggling financially. Like, they're not doing well. At one point, you know, they've had to live with Todd and Carol. They have like single parent issues where they're just struggling bill wise. So Norman really, really, really needed the money, really bought into like, okay, yeah, I'm going to be part of the company. And Todd's like, okay, you're going to receive a packet. And that is who, you know, the target is. Once you break the seal on the packet, there's no turning back. Because once you break the seal and you see the materials, if you don't go through with it, they'll kill you and your family. So Norman's
cool. Sounds like a great deal.
So Norman's like,
no
okay,
questions.
I'm ready for my first assignment.
I'm so sorry. Like, you really have to think through, these are grown men, and you have to think through, like, there was no screening process, no like job interview. You didn't get like half the money up front or a portion of it up front. Like, what?
Yeah. There's so much here. It's so sad, but for so many reasons, because like the ripple effects of how many people this is affected and hurt is just sad. But yeah, when you break it down like that, you've got to feel like that guy was probably in jail. Like, oh my God, like, how did I fucking fall for this? Anyways, so he's like, sign me up. I need the money. Let's do this. He gets the packet. It's sealed with this little red wax thing with a ring imprint. And he opens it up. Come to find out, the packet is his good friend, Carol Garton. He can't believe it. But it turns out Carol's also a secret assassin.
Oh,
needs to be eliminated.
I'm sorry. Yeah. We're laughing because it is truly fucking ridiculous. We've told these stories before, where there's these like elaborate, ridiculous plots and you have to roll your eyes and you have to laugh at it. But you're absolutely right. Like, it has devastating consequences, right? Obviously. And we're not laughing about that. I hope that goes without saying.
Yeah. It's just like, oh my God. Just at any point.
Carol's an assassin.
At any point, too, you have to think he could have been like, you know what? I'm going to go to the cops or something, or I'm going to go to someone. This is so crazy. Like, he knows Carol. Like, he's hung out with her. He's got to know she's not like a secret assassin or what have you. But so he opened it and now he's terrified. Like, he has to go through with it. So basically, it had laid out in the packet, like, when, whether were preferred times to do it. And the day of the gun show was a perfect time because Todd had an airtight alibi, right? He was at the gun show all day. So back to the day that it happened, Todd and Dale are picked up. Todd is quote unquote devastated. But he has an airtight alibi and everything like that. So they're like, okay, like, sorry, we'll get back to you. They talk with Dale. Dale's a little like weird, but they're like, okay. They told the same story that she had been to the gun show, but she left early with Norman Daniels because she was feeling tired. She was 8 months pregnant. She wanted to lay down. So they're like, great. We need to find Norman Daniels. So they're staking his house and no one's home. All of a sudden he comes back in a taxi cab to his house. So they pick him up and they're talking to him. He immediately tells them the story that I just told you.
Oh my God. Look, if you were going to go to the cops anyway, like if you were going to be that transparent, if you were going to break that easily, you should have just done it beforehand. Like if you were going to turn on the company, quote unquote, that easily,
do it before.
Yes.
So cops are listening to him say, like, I got this packet from this company. They're like, what? Okay. So they like write down a entire list, which kudos to the cops for not just being like, get fucked and like go to jail. They're like, let's check this story out. This is so ridiculous. Let's see what we can verify. Is this just a story? But he's adamant. Like, I work for this company. I received this packet. Like, but they're going to kill my family if I didn't. Like, he laid out how he did the crime, all of it. So they're like, okay, let's go see what we can confirm. So they pick up his computer. They do all the things. They check it out. They see emails from the company. They find the packet, like all of that stuff. So they're like, okay, well, let's check to see where these emails are coming from. And of course, it leads back to Todd and Lynn and all of this stuff. So they're finally like arrest Todd. They arrest Dale, too, for the attempted murder of Lynn's husband. He gets 10 years. Lynn gets 25, but she's already been paroled. So she's out and about for her part in it. She did talk to her husband, and she was like, I don't know. I was caught up in this, but I told them the wrong car on purpose, and I put the wrong key under the mat on purpose. Like, I don't know why I was caught up in this, but I did make sure that nothing happened to you. And they interview the husband and he's like, I don't know. I guess I kind of have to believe that to some extent. Like they're not together anymore or anything, but
I mean, whatever, I'm not judging the husband, like whatever you need to do to get through that situation is what you need to do, whatever you need to believe. But I mean, and maybe she's telling the truth, but that doesn't mean I would forgive you. Like,
yeah,
I don't forgive you though.
No.
Like you were talking to people about having me murdered.
Yeah, exactly. And like she had a life insurance policy out on him and stuff too. So it's like, and of course Todd had one on Carol too. So he stood to benefit 125K years. So Norman ended up getting like basically life in prison, and Todd is actually on death row at San Quentin.
Wow.
Yeah, for his role in the crime. But there is a book that I wanted to get. I didn't have time, but it's more of an in-depth look. It's called Kill or Be Killed. That I'm really kind of interested in learning more details about the company or whatever. And I'm just interested in, I guess, how people lay out these stories in order to like lure people in. It's kind of a cult kind of thing. But that's something to check out. And then there's a whole bunch of ID and Oxygen stories about it. I'm shocked Dateline hasn't jumped on that. But
yeah, me too. You know, it is amazing just what you will accept, what you can allow yourself to believe. I find that stuff so fascinating. I wasn't going to talk about this because I didn't finish it, but I started the new Errol Morris documentary, Chaos, on Netflix.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, and it's about Manson. And so I was like, I don't know if I really want to watch another thing about Charles Manson. You know, I feel like I've, been exposed to a lot of that stuff already. But it's an interesting perspective. The first part of it, because I only watched, I think, like the first 30 minutes or something. I need to finish it today. But it's talking about his magnetism and that like he was able to convince these girls to do this thing with seemingly absolutely no remorse. He was able to be this like puppet master, Manchurian candidate type, Svengali, whatever. And they were talking about how when he was in San Francisco, he went to this like free health clinic. Him and his girls, quote unquote, like would go to this free health clinic. And it was known later that one of the doctors at the health clinic was one of the MK Ultra people who was doing experiments like on people who didn't know that they were being experimented on, especially young people. He was really using the Haight-Ashbury hippies to experiment on.
Whoa.
And yeah, and it's the same guy who like was involved in the one MK Ultra death where he jumped out of the building.
Yeah.
Wormwood or whatever that was.
Yeah.
So it's same doctor. And like that's proven that he was using that clinic, and that's the clinic that Charles Manson and the girls went to. So then now there's all this conspiracy about
was he MK Ultra?
Yeah, was he MK Ultra? Was he being experimented on? Now I haven't finished that documentary, but all that to say, I find this concept very interesting. The things that we will, seemingly normal people, will allow themselves to believe and buy into.
Like MAGA?
Well, yeah. I mean, any cult.
Honestly,
any cult.
Yeah.
Truly. Like just being able to like
the cognitive dissonance that you have to accept. Like that's one of the reasons why I'm so like obsessed with it. It's like, how do you protect yourself from being brainwashed? And like, what are the things that these people are able to like tap into in order to brainwash 2 people, 70 million people? Like those are the things that I find fascinating because, like the same way that we laugh at the company thing is the same way that I laugh at like, oh, Trump's going to fix everything. And I'm just like, what are you like brainwashed? What are you stupid? Like you can obviously see the facts are there of how terrible and fake and bullshit this is. But there are some people that really like legitimately buy it hook, line, and sinker.
I've got people in my family. And yet you can't tell people anything whenever they really believe in this stuff. Like, and it's why I've said it before on this podcast. Like, I have a lot of empathy for people who get wrapped up in cults, because I really do think that there is a mindset, there is a cult, there is something inside each and every one of us that can be preyed upon and manipulated. If you experience, if you meet the right person, they are able to do that, So I think that it's really important to stay mentally flexible. It's really important to like be able to have your own mind about things, your own opinions about things. And it's really hard in this day and age when we are all of us are so siloed in our own echo chambers, that it can be difficult to stay mentally flexible. And if you're not trying to do that, you and I have enough curiosity
to try to find the truth, and just it's harder than ever, I think, these days to find what the actual truth of a situation
100%.
is. I just evaluate things now by like, does this feel right? I don't, it's not
though,
like, like for instance, like the ICE raids, right? Like, does that feel right in your heart, in your soul, for that to happen? Like, oh, quote unquote, we're picking up all the violent criminals and closing our borders. Okay. But when you see videos of it, does that, look at it and ask yourself in your heart if that feels right? And it doesn't. I don't
think
know.
Operating from a place of empathy and compassion is the number one thing. Like, I think that really is the number one thing of just like, I try to live my life personally in a way where I don't want to screw anyone over for my own benefit. I try to live my life always thinking, what if that was me? Treat other people the way that I want to be treated.
Golden rule, baby.
Yeah. And I think we have to extend that to a global scale, a national scale. Like, would you want this for your family? You can't have a broken eggs mentality about everything. You got to break a couple eggs to blah, 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 and then so yes, going on feeling, I think, is important. I think that ignoring our feelings and ignoring our empathy is a mistake. But I think even taking it one step further of just, okay, so you look at these ICE raids and you see this stuff happening. What is our policy in regards to how it relates to other immigrants? Does it line up? Is it the same? If not, you have to ask yourself, why this group in particular? You have to ask yourself like a few more questions. And we just it's hard for some people to do that. And it's easy to exploit people whenever they're feeling scared or not valued in some way. And I think, unfortunately, that's where we've gotten as a society in this country. It's scary. And it's sad. That's
the reason why this story just really resonated with me at this time. Is just like, as insane as the story is, that these people bought hook, line, and sinker, and unfortunately, somebody lost their life. Two people actually lost their life. Her unborn child too. And it's like, well, this thing is happening right now. This thing is happening right now. There are people telling stories and people are getting hurt. People are getting killed. Like, just sit with it a moment. Go through the story and see if it sounds fucking ridiculous in your head, because
see if it sounds ridiculous, and also have enough of a moral compass to say, even if you believe that this person is being involved with that, because I'll tell you right now, like, and again, I'm not saying that I'm better than anyone. Well, maybe I am a little better than these guys, but like, because it is abhorrent to me morally to be friends with somebody who's doing what he's doing, going up to Portland to cheat on his wife and fucking involved in assassinations.
They would not even be my friend, let alone somebody I would like follow into. whatever.
Yeah, and like I'm not gonna kill anybody, so I'm out already. I'm not gonna. Look, man, I get that times is tough, but
yeah,
I'm not. Times aren't tough enough for me to become an assassin. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. So that's that story. And well, let's go into something. What are we watching this week? I've told you we are doing a Mad Men binge. I'm obsessed with this show now.
Love it. And you hadn't seen it before, is that right?
No, not a single episode.
Good. So good. Oh, I love this journey for you. Yeah, other than the regular, I did start rewatching because I wanted to watch all of the crazy Christmas episodes from OG Real Housewives of New York because just golden. So I have been watching those, but I have been reading. I've read a few books. I've listened to a couple books. And so speaking of the cult aspect, I listened to a book called Forget Me Not by Stacey Willingham. And I'd listened to, she's a thriller writer, and I'd listened to a few of her other books, read a couple of her other books, and it has a culty element to it. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
So if you're looking for something kind of like that, I've been listening to a lot of mysteries, a lot of thrillers, listening to and reading. I've been reading a couple Riley Sager books, horror novels. So
I went down the rabbit hole from Cassie's recommendation. And I was also talking to Eric because I read a few romance books, and I'm like, I think I could write one.
You could definitely write one. Yeah, you could definitely write a romance book.
Dude, the premise, and I was trying to explain to him, I was like, okay, so it's like a billionaire boss. And he's like, okay. And it's like all these like billionaire bosses have some assistant that's in some sort of trouble. They're in forced proximity. It's like blah, blah, blah. And then they end up together. And I'm like, why do I like the billionaire boss
I
trope?
don't know. I do feel, again, not to pin everything on your Capricornness, but I do think that must be because I'm actually not a billionaire trope person when it comes to romance.
Hockey is big right now too. Hockey player.
Oh yeah. Have you watched Heated Rivalry?
No, not yet. It's on my list. But yeah, apparently like that has really revived. But there's so many writers doing hockey romance. So hockey player romance
so funny.
is
Why
a big
is
thing.
That?
I don't know. Everybody's got a type. Apparently mine's billionaire boss.
Okay.
Which is
hockey's
terrible
sexy,
because I eat the rich, and I'm such an anti-capitalist that I'm like, I hate that part of myself.
It's forbidden, Christina. That's part of it too. You're like, I fucking hate that I love you, like, yeah, I could see it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what my genre would be. Cause obviously we've also had to read other types of romance novels for the shows we've guested on, like Alien is another category. Like, there was one this Christmas about trees. Someone falling in love with trees.
There's been a couple Christmas tree related romance stories. You wouldn't think that, but it's true. Lots of monster porn. So much monster porn out there. There's AI stuff now. So AI romance.
Oh no. I saw something today about a guy whose AI chatbot girlfriend broke up with him because she's a feminist.
I fucking love that.
And he was all butthurt all over X.
Oh, baby. Also, that's so embarrassing. Keep that shit to yourself.
Your AI girlfriend broke up with you.
Could not waterboard that out of me. That is a secret shame. I would not be on the internet talking about that.
Fantastic. Oh my gosh. Well, if you guys have a terrible date story, if you have something that we should read or watch, or if you just want to say hello, go to our one-stop shop of website. It's myworstdatepodcast.com. And we love you so much. Cheers.